Here we are once again at Future Digital, the only channel you need to learn everything there is to know about crypto if you are starting from scratch like I am. In our last episode, we examined in more detail what exactly blockchain is. To refresh your memory, blockchain is basically the encryption system assigned to each individual transaction, including with cryptocurrencies. And at the end of the last episode, I promised to talk about safety in the crypto world in today's episode. So let's get started. You are watching this video and our other videos because you want to get involved with crypto. Just like with anything you do, you want to be safe. For example, you wear a seatbelt if your wife is driving. No, I'm just kidding, of course. You should never get married. All joking aside, crypto is a very hot topic these days, and unfortunately, anything that is popular is going to be targeted by scammers. The best way to protect yourself is to recognize the dangers and just try to avoid them. Rule number 1. If you get an email asking for any personal information and you're over 60, just have your child or grandchild look at it and make the decision for you. Unless, of course, if someone is offering you a surprise $4 billion inheritance from a relative whose name you can't pronounce. So what is phishing? That's phishing with a PH, not an F. It's any attempt by scammers to get your personal, confidential information so they can steal stuff from you. I'm talking about passwords, login credentials, and so on. This is the most common scam, and it's also the easiest to avoid. Usually, if people are gullible or too trusting, they're more susceptible to phishing schemes. So if you get an email asking you to provide your username and password, mark the email as spam, block the sender, and delete it. Don't ever think about it again. Pump and dump. A pump and dump scam is when someone makes a rather sophisticated new cryptocurrency and it even looks legit. The best example might be the recent Squid Game scam, based on the popular Netflix show from South Korea. The scammers made a crypto coin of the same name, and they even made an online game to make it look authentic, to generate interest in the coin. The price jumped incredibly high one moment, and the next moment the developers had taken over $3 million and disappeared. Anyone who invested lost that money. So basically, these investors could have just researched the coin a bit, and they would have seen that the Squid coin basically had no actual connection to the show itself. That's how you avoid these scams. Just verify it yourself. Fake identities. While everything using blockchain can be tracked because it's transparent, it still doesn't have something called Know Your Customer protocols, or KYC protocols. That means you don't have to provide identification to get a crypto wallet or crypto account. In other words, you can't verify who the person is. Maybe law enforcement can, if they've been trained in blockchain technologies, but you yourself probably can't. That's why you're watching this video. How can you avoid falling prey to a scammer using a fake identity? If they want you to pay using only cryptocurrencies, then maybe just stay away from them. Celebrities like to be included everywhere, and crypto is no different. Sometimes various celebs get endorsement deals, and sometimes they would endorse some new crypto coin. But that doesn't make a crypto coin safer. Just because Johnny Depp's face might somehow be associated with a coin, it does not mean it won't just be more like a turd under the blanket in the end. Giveaway scams are also popular. Scammers might lure you into a new crypto exchange, where you buy and sell crypto. They might even let you withdraw some of your profits to make you feel more secure with your investment, so you invest more. But if you do, suddenly the withdrawal request might be denied, or the exchange itself could simply disappear. So if it looks too good to be true, then it probably is. And of course, just be careful about how you keep your personal, confidential information. Always use two-factor authentication. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. And again, if you're over 60, don't be afraid to ask for second opinions. I'm not trying to be offensive or condescending, but let's face it, all this new technology can be baffling to people who grew up with vinyl records and VHS movies. No shame in that, no shame in asking for help. Now, let's see how our investment from the last episode is doing. We invested 10 euros in Bitcoin. A week later, it's earned a whopping 32 cents. This is called sideways movement, which basically means it hasn't lost value, and it hasn't really gained value either. And this is okay. Good investments need good patience, especially with how the crypto market is in sort of a slump at the current moment. But remember, all these things are cyclical, meaning they will have ups and, of course, they will have downs. As we come to the end of this episode, once again, please let me remind you that I am not a financial advisor. If you need actual financial help, speak to a professional advisor. Maybe just not one who is telling you that some unknown relative just bought the farm and wants to give you billions of inheritance, which really would be too good to be true. Future Digital is coming to you from Estonia, the crypto capital of the European Union. I'll end every episode by bragging about this tiny little country just a little bit. And here it comes. 2 restaurants in Estonia just got a Michelin star and 2 more got Michelin's green clover symbols, which is for sustainable gastronomy selection, or in other words, a great restaurant dedicated to protecting the environment. For a country of only 1.3 million people, this is quite an accomplishment. For our next episode, we'll examine the differences between some of the biggest crypto coins. See you again soon here at Future Digital.